Starting out on another short, very short training hike this afternoon. Took our fully loaded packs. We're going out of Middlebury Gap. Gonna check out Lake Pleiad and then possibly hike up to the top of the Middlebury Snowbowl ski lift. We'll see. Just a short ways in and there's a reroute of the long trail. Not sure what this is about, but I guess we'll find out. We just reached the trail that brings us down to Lake Pleiad, so we're gonna go down, take a look at that, and we'll probably work our way back up to the summit of the Snowbowl, because this is a pretty short hike so far. So a little stream on the trail on the way down to Lake Pleiad, so I guess if you needed water, this would probably be a little bit better spot to grab it than out of the pond itself. I like moving water as opposed to pond water if I can help it. Coming up to the shore of Lake Pleiad. There's a canoe there. There's Tuft. Yeah. Sun's just peeking out. Let's see if it'll focus in. It's Beaver Lodge across the lake. Very nice view, nice breeze. Once upon a time there was a shelter here for camping, but there's no longer camping allowed on Lake Pleiad. Went out onto a rock outcropping. Overlooks the lake a little better. You can see the top of where the Snowbowl ski lifts are. It is a shame that there's no longer camping here because it's a very tranquil spot. Be a nice place to camp. Unfortunately, some people don't follow the rules about camping on the lake. Obviously, somebody's had a campfire. There's somebody set up with a hammock on the other side of the lake, so not gonna go over there and disturb them, but there's a blue blaze to lead us back to the LT. And I think we're gonna try to head up to the top of the Snowbowl. So we're decided to continue heading south, climbing up to the top of the Snowbowl. There are views from where the lift is, so we're gonna try to make our way up there and bring you some views. Just came to one of the ski trails at the Snowbowl. The ski trail goes up that way and down there. A little bit of a view in the distance. And long trail south in this direction. Huffing and puffing a little bit coming up the hill here, but we are about to pop out to the top of the Middlebury Snowbowl. Should have some decent views. There's Tuft, my first good view. Beautiful views of mountains and the valley below. Definitely worth the hike up. View from one of the lift lines at the Snowball. Honestly, the other view is a little more open. There's the lift there. And we're gonna head back down to the car. Not sure which company that tower is, but should have good signal. Starting to make our way back down to Middlebury Gap. The black flies were nasty at the last opening. Coming back through, briefly enjoy that view again. Very pleasant evening other than the black flies coming out. So I thought we were making our way back down to Middlebury Gap, but up we go. One little climb, but still it's a fairly little steep little stretch. Thankfully it's little, but the long trail, no matter if you're going down or up, you're gonna wind up doing both. Even when you think you're, like I said, going down to the road, definitely climbing up here. Tupt was pointing out this tree is a survivor. It's nice and it's got green leaves up there, stuff. But then as you come around to the other side, it is hollowed out all the way up the main root or main shoot of the tree, and then it shoots off and it's nice and green and live up there. Definitely a survivor. We've gotten back to the Long Trail reroute. I would say this is a permanent reroute by the looks because it's well worn and it keeps you from, you're going across a couple other ski trails as I remember, and in some spots I think it was a little confusing as well, so this is going to be a pretty easy trail to follow now. We are making our way back down to the road, as you can see and maybe hear the motorcycles in the distance that just came through. It's been a pleasant, quick hike up and down, and look forward to some hiking next weekend hopefully. And we are 17 days away from stepping off onto the Long Trail. Starting to get real. We're gonna do a quick cool down walk / hike at the Robert Frost Trail. Beginning of the Robert Frost Recreational Trail. A little more mellow than what we just did. Good chance to get a few more steps in. Some nice views. Wood duck box out there. They have some of Robert Frost's poetry. This boardwalk is very accessible, so those with mobility challenges could easily come and enjoy this, whether they're in a wheelchair or just have troubles walking on inclines even. This is nice and level and smooth to walk on. Boardwalk goes over a beautiful little stream here. Though I'm guessing that at some points last summer this might not have been such a beautiful little stream. This area had a lot of flooding last summer. Well, a lot of Vermont had a lot of flooding last summer. There's a bench, so you gotta take advantage of the bench. Talk about the road less traveled, or the road not taken, sorry. That's the poem that's over there. I'm taking advantage of this bench. And those mountains we'll be going over later this summer. And they've got a nice sign here telling us which mountains they are. We got Breadloaf Mountain, Battelle Mountain, Boyce Mountain, Kirby Peak, and Burnt Hill. Unfortunately, the gravel path in this area, like I was mentioning those storms last year, I'm assuming that's when it got washed out. So those with mobility challenges would, if they were in a wheelchair, would not be able to get through here, but they could do the loop and come back, because this just came back right to where we were showing the view of the mountains. So that loop down there could do part of it, but not all of it. And we have made it back to whence we started. A pleasant evening stroll. We had a nice hike up to the top of the Snow Bowl and enjoyed visiting Lake Pleiad. We also got to do a bonus walk at Robert Frost Trail, and to top off the day we captured a gorgeous sunset on our way home. If you like this video, please like and subscribe.